for a little while before I practiced a little bit, and then, like I said, around times right now it's like 5:30 on East Coast, so about 9 o'clock East Coast time, East Coast of America. It'll start about UTC 7, 5 o'clock. Jelly, thanks for the hearts. Visitor, welcome to the broadcast. On call, welcome to the broadcast. Mario, welcome to the broadcast. Yeah, I don't know if you guys, Skylar, welcome to the broadcast. A lot of you guys weren't really involved with my life when, like before I started doing actual like content like Call of Duty and whatnot. I used to just like bring you along with my life, and I've recently just made it more about, you know, regular stuff like travel and what do you call it, gaming. But you know, there used to be a little bit of drama, and that got solved. And I'll tell you, for about 2 years, I put my head down, and I just took it. I took hit after hit after hit out of respect, because I had this thought in my mind that I was waiting for somebody, and but I guess I wasn't, you know. And most of the way that things went was because that's what I did. Like I said, I put my head down, and I just I did it for them. I 100% did it for that person, like the way that I went about things. And so most of the people that I dealt with didn't really see any other side of me than just me being on bended knee, making an effort to keep the commitment that I made. Turns out that things aren't that way at all. So I'm moving on, and that's all right. But all I'm going to say is, you know, like I said, I've had the opportunity to work things out in reference to other situations, and things are straight. But, you know, I just want to make it very clear that if you don't know me, you know, it did take years and years and years for me to even submit for 5 minutes, and I only submitted for that person. But I said, if they come at, I'll tell you, if there's anybody that comes at me with corruption, if you don't know me, I mean, I'm the guy that pulls the root. You know, people will come up, they'll pull the weed, and they don't get the root, they just pull the stem. Well, I was raised on a farm. I know how to pull weed. I know how to pull the root, down to the root. You know, lay down some paper and put some new mulch. So, the fact of the matter is, that's how it's going to go if it has to. So my recommendation is just to, for those of you who are sitting with licking your lips and you know, your lips are starting to water, thinking you're going to get something out of this, trust me when I say, you know, if you come in my eruption, your life will be torn apart before you put me anywhere, before you do anything to me. Legally. Your secrets will come out, like literally. Like, I'm not even kidding you. I don't play when it comes to this, because you're trying to attack my life and put my life in danger. So stay away from me, and like I said, move on to someone who is an actual target, or someone who is a criminal, or someone that you could bother. So like I said, get me out of your system, or face the legal consequences, because you did mess with the wrong guy. And you know, like I said, I've been humble about it for the past couple of years for the sake of that person, but now finding out that I'm on my own, I'm going back to the life that I lived before that person, where I fend for myself. So don't underestimate me. Don't mistake me for a criminal. I'm a law-abiding citizen, and I've left every person in my past who has been either criminal and I didn't know it, or trying to take advantage of me, or living in the realms of society, whether politically or religiously, that were corrupt. I've cleaned myself up and put myself in a space where I can live a good life and have a successful career, and you are not going to interrupt that. But I do welcome you to attempt to interrupt it if you would like to help make sure that I get a bonus this year. But that's up to you. So thank you for listening. And that is the majority of what I have to say on that topic. Like I said, we'll move on. I'll hang out with you guys, hopefully for a few hours. Right now I'm just hanging out, and I'll see how long I have to hang out. And then I'll keep moving on. And the beach is beautiful. A1A is absolutely gorgeous. And and then I'll get to gaming, and I'll be able to live stream that right here for you. Which will be really cool because we'll be able to live stream the tournament right here on the platform. Gold Blooded, welcome to the broadcast, and thanks for the hearts. Okay, welcome to the broadcast. Savage, welcome to the broadcast. Ali, welcome to the broadcast. And sorry if I got a little loud there. I just want to make sure that you guys heard me appropriately. We're kind of in an area where people are super pushy and rude and literally will talk to you passively when you don't even know them and be super weird and talk at loud volumes and be really, really rude to each other. But at the same time, they're really nice people. I don't know how to describe it. It's pretty much how I grew up. So I don't know if I'm actually complaining all that much. It's actually super comfortable and kind of cool. Regardless, Luis, welcome to the broadcast. Ingrid, welcome to the broadcast. Kenny, Buddha, Joe, welcome to the broadcast. Pumpkin, welcome to the broadcast. And that's kind of why you guys are getting a live stream right now, is because I wasn't going to do it, but I seriously feel so comfortable here that I was like, as long as I throw my hat and my mask, and I figured, well, I'll go live with you. Peter, welcome to the broadcast. Privet Kaktila, how are you? Skoko Tibilet, to any of my Russians or Ukrainians or Yugoslavians that are in the broadcast, let me know what your age bracket is, because if you are old enough to be playing Call of Duty and doing the tournaments, I'm looking for a couple of people from the Northwest, like Moscow, not that shit. Like I said, I've only ever met one person from Novosibirsk. If you guys have anybody all the way east, not Asia, but above Japan, if you guys have anybody playing, I know the odds are pretty slim, but if you do, it'd be perfect. But hit me up if you have anybody that's trying to get into the tournaments for Call of Duty. If you show me your skills, put up a little YouTube, just record something, put up a little YouTube video. If you can't live stream, if you can't do YouTube, just put it up somewhere, send it to me, and I'll see if we can get you on the team. Twiz, welcome to the broadcast. Thanks for the hearts. Am I a host? Yes, I'm a host. So like I said, if you hit me up, I can put you on. But like I said, first you gotta show me what you're made of. Lori, welcome to the broadcast. Dorsilla, thanks for the hearts. And thanks for the follow. And yes, you do make money in the tournament, by the way. And it doesn't cost you a dime to play as long as you have a phone. You can play completely free. You don't have to have any fancy equipment or anything of the sort. You play on through, and as long as you win in the tournament, is second, third, fourth place, you'll make a decent amount of money. Said that, welcome to the broadcast. Suzu, welcome to the broadcast. Lucky, welcome to the broadcast. And for everybody that's not on Twitter, I did actually end up talking with sheriffs today. I'm trying to be a little more respectful, because it's not my fault that people are trying to get me swatted and all that, making fake calls and whatnot. It's not my fault, and I can't stop them. But what I'm doing is trying to at least, cover up and hide a little bit, so that it's I don't know, then people are less likely to pinpoint and then, okay, well, because they have they're internet terrorists, literally. They literally have a process of what they do, where they'll freaking step one is it him? Then step two is where is he? And then step two is what story do we come up with? And then step four is how do we get him shot? And they're not even kidding. These are freaking crazy internet people. But I've been putting myself back in the trenches of it all, because I've been trying to make efforts to get them caught. Because there's literally kids that game that end up getting shot by police because there's somebody on the internet that made a false call, and they'll get them murdered by the police, literally on purpose. But they can't prove that those people are trying to get them murdered. So what I've been doing is putting myself out here and staying in cooperation with law enforcement. And then whenever these calls are made or this or that, because people don't even care, even if I say this, they'll still try it. Because there's local jurisdictions all throughout the country that haven't heard of me or this or that, so they'll still try. But I spoke with sheriffs today, and I've been speaking with them over there. Like, I've literally talked to the police like 6 times in the past 2-3 weeks. And like I said, it's they're starting to get them, because here's the thing: like, they have their IPs masked and they do all that kind of stuff, right, to be hidden. But then they're criminals, right? Criminals aren't smart, so they'll do all that, and then but there's a crux in it, because right now in society, people are like, oh, don't tell the cops anything, this and this and that. But like, you got to realize it's close to home. Like, there's a difference between being someone that sells people out and being someone that's trying to stop people from literally, like, you know, these are kids murdering kids. And if you're not on board with that, then no offense, but you might be a freaking psychopath. So, you know, I'm doing what I could while doing what I do. And if you don't like that I'm doing it, then that's your problem. You know, I really don't care. I'm not doing what I do for friends. So, anyway. I'm doing what I do because it's the right thing to do. Henry, welcome to the broadcast. David, welcome to the broadcast. Goldie, this is exactly it. Plus, welcome to the broadcast. And don't get me wrong, you know, it makes me a little twitchy. I get a little nervous sometimes, but like I said, they've already caught a few people. And thankfully, actually, one of them was in a circle of people that were going after me back in the day. So, you know, justice is served, and things are getting better. And to any law enforcement that has been making attempts to try and maybe make my life safer, if you know what I'm saying, thank you, but no thank you. I am okay. These are my choices. This is how I want to live. Trust me, I am safe. I am okay. All right? Thank you. I really am okay. I have more of a capability to defend myself than it may appear. I am okay. Addie, welcome to broadcast. Cody, welcome to broadcast. Romantic says thanks. Yeah, absolutely. And thank you for being here. You know, now that's not what my content's about or anything. That's just, I just want to give you guys a little side note and a little explanation about kind of like how things have developed over the last 2.5 years. Survivor, yo, for real though. That is an accurate term. That's an accurate term. As a survivor, absolutely. Fazan, welcome to broadcast. But over the last 2 years, after my first interaction with law enforcement, like I said, I just took it and I flipped it and we started using it. So, but like I said, I mean, I've been trying to be cool about stuff, but now they're just starting to try and take advantage. I don't think they realize, like, I'm not their typical, like, I'm not a, what do you call it? I'm not a CI, I'm not a confidential informant, I'm not some snitch, I'm not some wimp that got taken advantage of or could get taken advantage of. I'm not. But I don't think they understood that I'm actively cooperating in a realm that is beneficial to society, intentionally, in my own arena, independently, with cooperation, not partnership, not, you know. So I'm just making that 100% clear. I'm not looking to get into law enforcement. I'm not looking to be involved in that world. I'm just, like I said, doing my part as somebody that could do something. So that's that. Hey, Nusha, welcome to the broadcast. Thanks for the hearts. I like the little snap. If anybody doesn't know, that's kind of my thing. So it's a snap. So bring it on. I appreciate you. I love it when you guys put it in your name. I love that. Goldie, thanks for the hearts. Dallas, welcome to the broadcast. Goldie, thanks for the 100 hearts. Papaya, welcome to the broadcast. I'll tell you, I really expected my life to go a different direction. I thought that I would be like, because like I'm mainstream, right? And that's cool. I like that. But I really didn't expect to be in the trenches. Like I thought that once I went mainstream that I would jump out of the trenches. But it's just like, I don't know. I felt called to go further in instead of back out. And I mean, I've lost a lot of people. I've lost some of my family over it just because they weren't accepting. And I understand. You know, I do understand. But the choices I'm making are to do the right thing, you know, to try and, there's no other way to say it, to try and help catch some bad guys and also to, whenever I meet people that I know aren't bad, but maybe they're, they've done something, or, a thing or two, and they're a little shaky. And I met two of those people along the way. I tried to help them get to where they were going, because I knew they weren't criminals. They were dudes who, they'd been through it, and they really weren't all that bad or anything. They really weren't. Like, they didn't steal from me. They weren't aggressive. They didn't try to take advantage of me. We were just dudes passing through doing their own thing. So I helped them out. But then there were other people, and those people end up in prison. So it's like, there are people who are dangerous to society. And if, I get it that it's the cop's job, but it's like, as I'm going along my journey and I'm doing my thing and I'm out here, like, what else am I going to do? Like, it's not like I'm going out of my way to create these situations or going out of my way to interact with those people. It's like, those people either come to me or we end up in the same spot, and that's just how it goes. So then I try to help transition them to wherever society wants them, and by society I mean law enforcement. They don't want them hanging outside this business or that business. So I'm like, all right, well, where can we go? What can we do that gets them out of trouble? And then really during this trip, it's worked out really good. Like, it not only kept them out of trouble, it kept them from bothering people and bothering society, and they also got to where they needed to get to with a decently sound mind. I mean, constantly complaining, don't get me wrong, but then got where they needed to get to and started setting up their life. So, for me, those are parts of the trip that I haven't really shared with you guys. But like I said, I've just really been laying low. I figured maybe if I shared a little more of the positives, that it would help, I used to do a similar thing. I just did it. I did it online and with people on the internet, helping them to move their lives into places and be interacting in spaces that were more appropriate for them. And I mean, you guys probably, those of you that know me for a long time, you probably agree that, like, I never would have thought that I'd be the one doing it in real life. You know what I mean? Like, interacting with people who smoke and drink, or I really do try to save people to do drugs. Like volunteering in the institutions and volunteering in the jails and prisons are the only times that I've ever had interactions with people who do drugs, unless it was like a brush interaction, like on the street or something. And I don't. When people that do drugs, I just don't. I can't handle it. But like I said, drinking, and even now, like, drinking and smoking, like, I'm getting back to my own life after the past 2 years of being a little more helpful than I normally would be. Just really hoping to get someone back. But since this apparently I'm the idiot, which is sick, I'm letting it go. But moving on, is I'm not going to be smoking. I don't drink anyway. But I'm not even going to be around people who are heavy on the alcohol. And then, like I said, I'm just not going to smoke, because none of those things have ever really been me. I've always been straight edge. That's just how I've lived. But I don't judge anybody that does. I don't. I mean, and now I could say, I've done it, but it just doesn't fit me. It doesn't fit my lifestyle. It doesn't fit my personality, and you guys know that, So, but one thing I hope doesn't change is where those people finally don't feel judged by me. But there's always, you can't please everybody, but I'm gonna be here for the people I'm able to be here for. Alright, let me catch up on comments. Seanman, welcome to broadcast. Japan, welcome to broadcast. Goalie, thanks for 500 hearts. Joseph Derringer, thanks for the hearts. ID, thanks for hearts. Rockwell, broadcast. Jay says, what happened? Oh, no, I was being a little more open about, what I do out here and how things are, and, like, even when I volunteered on the inside, like, I kid you not, like, the CO, the corrections officers, and and then in prison, in jail, the detention, or what do you call it? The detention officers, and then in prison, the COs, the corrections officers, like, they didn't know what I was doing. They didn't, because there wasn't like microphones or cameras or anything. They didn't realize the work that I was doing in there for them. And I didn't do it against any criminals, and I didn't sell anybody out. All I did was just like, as I was in there and I would see different ways, like, how could I help make sure that this person doesn't get stabbed, or that this situation doesn't happen. So I would just, like, crisis aversion is pretty much what I did, is I would just maneuver throughout the facility, and it ended up being all over the place, like not just on one block, but like literally throughout the whole place. And I would just find excuses and find ways to maneuver and try and help get things better in order. And part of the reason I didn't really tell them is because when it comes to law enforcement, you don't do their job. They really don't like that. But just as a human being, like as a creature on this planet, one of the things that are just built into me, like literally built into me, one of the things they call me is the machine, is just to get things in order, like just to get things running smoother and help keep people alive and diffuse situations. And it's built into me, literally. Like I don't know how to be other than that. It's literally an instinct to be that way. So anyway, Max, welcome to broadcast. Goldie, thanks for the 1,000 hearts. Bunny, welcome to broadcast ID, thanks for the hearts. Ingrid, welcome to broadcast ID. Hi, how'd you get to Florida? It says, Bryn, how are you? I would speak to you in Old Farthic like your lettering is, but I don't know Old Farthic. I don't know. I can't speak Old Farthic. I can only read the runes. So how did I get to Florida? Walk, bike, hitchhike, all sorts of fun stuff. All sorts of fun forms of transportation. And I also I taxied a couple of people, which was interesting. But boy, I'll tell you, I'm kind of glad I met some of the people I met, because I guess I've just been doing this for so long that I don't complain anymore. Maybe I complained a lot more in the past, but man, I'll tell you what, people are like out here for like a day or two and they're just complaining. Or there's even people that have been out here a long time and they just complain. I don't understand it. Like, this sucks, being out here like this sucks so bad. It's horrible. It's absolutely horrid. Horrible. And I don't have a moment to waste on complaining, because I'm just trying to get myself into a better situation. Like, I don't have time to complain. I couldn't even imagine. I could not possibly fathom the mindset it required to be in a situation like this and have 5 seconds to complain, or 5 minutes to complain, because I can't say I don't complain at all, but I just couldn't imagine being that comfortable in this position. I'm like on fire. Like, I'm just so uncomfortable. Like skin crawling. I hate it. Rod Long, welcome to broadcast. Queen Money, welcome to broadcast. Massey, welcome to broadcast. Bang Bang, how's it going? Appreciate you being open and honest. Yeah, it feels good. It really does feel good. Just to be a little more candid about the situation. Yeah, and like I said, just a shout out to those certain areas of law enforcement that really don't know this side of, the further sides of my personality. Just know that I am okay. I understand that for you guys, like, locking somebody up is part of how you keep them safe, and like that's like a preferable thing for some people. I am not nearly as wimpy as I may seem. I'm about to walk through Mexico, if not now, but it may be in like a couple of months or something. But I'm literally going to walk down and go through the Darien Strait or around Panama, and I'm literally just going to do it, with or without, documentation. And because I relinquished citizenship, so like I could do that. I'm allowed to do that. It's not illegal. It's technically not legal because it doesn't apply to the legal system, but by technicality, if you wanted to call it illegal or legal, it is legal. So you don't have to worry about me. And I'll hear some of the experiences I've had that you guys don't even know about. Yeah, I promise you I am okay. Chastity, welcome to broadcast, and thanks for the follow. Bryn says, wow, did you find a place there? No, I did not. No, I did not. I'm just, like you said, I'm just comfortable. It's very homey. It has like all the aspects that it has all the aspects of home growing up mixed with having the beach. So, yeah, I really like it here. Like I said, I won't be sticking around because I got more work to do, but I'll tell you, there's a place I just was that I almost stayed obviously because of a woman. You guys know how I am. It's like, I don't sit for 5 minutes unless it's like a settling situation. Like, if I don't have a community that I'm in that I like and a woman that I want to be with, then I don't really have much of an interest in staying somewhere, just because I'm always on the move, and that's just how I am. But you find me a good woman, you find me a good community, you probably get me to stick around the rest of my life, as long as I get to be able to travel and do vacations or whatnot, but like I said, I almost found somewhere that I was going to stay, which is wild for me to say, but so no, I didn't find a place. Hello, welcome to broadcast. Always welcome to broadcast. Thanks for the hearts. Hey, son, welcome to broadcast. Mitch officers. That girl used you for multiple reasons. They're all psychopaths. You know what? I hate to say it, but it's true. They are legitimately clinical psychopaths. Like, actually. And most of them are hiding. I mean, you wouldn't even believe some of the stories that I've heard about lying to therapists, lying to psychiatrists, lying to psychologists, and literally just you wouldn't believe how hard they tried to wear down on my mind, and how, I mean, it's relentless. Like, they do it, they don't stop for years. But like, they'll just lie to their psychiatrists and the psychologists to the point where they stress them out so hard that they have to get a new psychologist or psychiatrist or therapist, because like the therapist is sick of just doing the runaround, that it's starting to mess with the head of the professional. But so yeah, a psychopath is literally like an understatement. You wouldn't even believe. I mean, and you think that would have been like a sign for me, like to get away. But I didn't realize, like, I didn't understand that it was actually them, because I couldn't fathom that level of being nuts. I literally couldn't even like wrap my head around the idea of being that crazy. So like, I just thought like, oh, whatever. And then, turn around and like start this whole new life the moment, like try to get me killed, literally try to get me killed, and then turn around and start a whole new life. And the whole time, and then for years, I'm just trying to like get back on track and keep my commitment. And little did I know that this whole time, I was just like, it's sick. Sick is an understatement. Sick is an absolute understatement. But I don't even care. Like, I don't think it's going to be a decade or two before I could even like process what was done to me. Like, I don't even care. And by then I'll have a good life put together. So whatever. I'm just going to pretend like it didn't even happen. But, regardless, is a lot of benefits from my life came of it. So, it's whatever. I don't even have time or energy for any of it anymore. At least it's a good place. Oh, absolutely. Oh, and so I put St. Augustine, Florida for the title. Feeling safe enough for the first time to just put the location up and where I'm at, which is awesome, because it's how I used to do it all the time, is wherever I was at. I would just make sure you guys know where I was at, and try to meet up with people, and had a lot of cool, fun times. So if there's anybody in around St. Augustine, Florida that does, that's into social media at all, or even if you're not, you just want to meet up, hit me up. You can message me here. You can message me on any social platform. I have the same username on every platform. Just like give me a little heads up about who you are, what you do, and realize that I'm not going to have a whole lot of details to share with you because of certain facets of society that I'm involved in right now. Just trying to help out. But if you feel safe enough and you feel you have the courage to meet up, then hit me up. I'm out here. I don't know how long I'll be out here. Like I said, there's certain people that are getting upset with me, and if they decide that they want to try and force me to do inside work again, they're going to lose that battle. But I may have to help them understand that they made a mistake first. So we'll see how that goes. Mike Rock, welcome to the broadcast. Ashley, thanks for hearts. Safe, welcome to the broadcast. Ghost, welcome to the broadcast. Prisco, welcome to the broadcast. OG Benz, thanks for follow. Ocean, hello, how are you? And Smith, welcome to the broadcast. We have okay, we have the Bears, we have Bryn, we have Lori. Thank you for watching over 30 minutes. We have Jim, Amos Fonzie, IG, Virginia, welcome to broadcast. Andrew, Jelly Jan, ID. Thanks for watching over 30 minutes. Lady Love, Jay, Ashley, Sophie, Sarah, Solomon, Reem, Jeanette. Yeah, like literally my brain is awake with that. It was wild. Narabelle, welcome to broadcast. Olga, welcome to broadcast. Alright. Yeah, I'll tell you, they really did a number on me, and well, let me put it this way: the stuff that was done to me, I should have been messed up for the rest of my life. Not only was I not nearly as messed up as, like, magnitude-wise as somebody would be, but it only lasted like a year or two, and like I'm literally the fog is clearing and I'm coming back to normal. It's awesome. But you know, it's just I couldn't be more blessed. I couldn't be more lucky. I see you welcome to the broadcast. You know, I contributed to miracles of some sort, because it's not, like, literally it's beyond impossible that I'm sitting in front of you guys right now. So just take it for what it is. But don't get me wrong, I'm getting back on that horse. You know, like, I can't even believe I'm sitting here broadcasting with you guys right now and putting my location and all that. Like, I can't believe I'm doing it, but I don't have time to waste. You know what I mean? I really don't. Like, especially if things are going in that direction, like, I might as well get the most out of it. Like, I'm either going to live or I'm not. So I might as well live the way that I want to live. If I'm, like, let me put it this way. If somebody to walk through that door right now and say, you're coming with us, I'd rather be sitting here friggin' sitting on live stream with you guys and have that be the last moment than friggin' not, you know, than sitting here being a coward. I'd rather just friggin' do the right thing and keep putting in the work. Like, welcome to the broadcast. So I got about 2 hours. Am I okay? Yeah, I'm alright. Yeah, I'm good. Yeah, my nerves are mostly just, what do you call it, being hungry, and then freaking coming back online and, like, actually putting myself out there for the first time in a long time. You know, like, I've been showing you guys content about gaming and about mainstream, like, you know, travel and all that. But it's been a while since I've really been putting my life out there. So that's the tough part, is just talking to you guys. But yeah, I'm okay. I hope the bike's still out there when I go outside. I've been in here a while, so I hope when I go outside it's still gonna be there. But I don't even worry about that anymore. I'm just like, and I gave up on having a destination. And I'm like, oh, I'm going to California. Not anymore. You know, I like I said, the fog is clearing, and the way that I live is I'm just doing whatever. Like, I never did have a destination, and that was part of what made it so easy. So I'm back to that. Is I'm just wherever I'm at is where I'm at, and floating around, seeing places, sharing them with you guys. Mustafa says, okay. Amish Fonzie, thanks for the hearts. Lady Love says, you seem sad. I mean, yeah, I'm kind of sad, you know. What do you call it? Victory is lonely. You know, unless you, like you said, it's less lonely when you have people around you that are winning too. But it's tough when you have very few people around you that are working on that level, you know. And so for me, I have to get through these parts and keep, like I said, just keep plugging, and then I will, like I said, I will have to get out west and meet some people. But these people I met on the travels and whatnot, they're cool, but like they're living regular life, you know. They're not giving 100 in one place. They're giving their 100 spread out, which is normal. That's what most people do, you know. But I got to be meeting up with people that are doing things the way I'm doing them, where you're giving 100 in one or two areas, and like, I'm just trying to spearhead what I do and kind of be around people that are like me on that front. And they're pretty tough to find. There's not a lot of them at all, especially not ones that are doing it completely on their own. Most people have some sort of support system or something, and then it just never works out because they don't understand. And I'm not gonna jump into their little group thing because it throws off my vibe because I have an independent vibe. Kenny, welcome to the broadcast. Ace, welcome to the broadcast. Snape, welcome to the broadcast. But I figure I'll broadcast with you guys for like 10 more minutes, and then I'm gonna hit the road and try to get myself to the beach, get back on A1A, and start trucking. But shout out to local law enforcement, like sheriffs and local police, that they've been coming down the road, and they've been taking a look at me. We had some conversations, and they're just keeping an eye out for me, and I appreciate that. But I also want you guys to know that I am safe. One thing that would be cool is if you see freaking leeches trying to attach themselves onto me, metaphorically speaking. If there's any way to like help avoid that would be awesome. Because like I don't want to just turn people away. I feel really bad. But like straight up, these people come up to me. Like I think I spent like $20 on them, and I don't even have $20 to spend. But when I say leeching, I mean like they got money, But I feel so bad for them, and I know what it's like to literally just be stuck. But so I end up being a sap. So yeah, the people that definitely shouldn't be finding me, who are supposed to be in prison, if you could just like clean them up along the road as I'm going down there before I show up, that would be cool. Because if I just keep going like this, I'm going to end up with a freaking train behind me by the time I get to Miami. And it's super annoying, so I appreciate you. I know you guys got stuff that you're already doing, but just like the beaches, like we just get all the scum off the beach. That doesn't mean that everybody's, obviously, like most people are pretty cool, but just there's a couple of people here and there that are just really bad. I know you guys are afraid to put them away because like they're gonna fight you or something, but that's what tasers are for. You know what I mean? Like I've had to subdue people. You just do what you gotta do. I appreciate y'all. Zolo, welcome to the broadcast. Slivki, Privet Cocktail. Chocolate says the whole public narrative was manipulated by her family to make you look like the villain. Oh, I know. No, I literally went with it. I went with the narrative. I knew the entire thing was false. But I went with it because I thought I was protecting the person that I love, and then it was going to turn around and I was going to go home to that person after like just letting everything go to rest. And it didn't work out that way at all. Totally tried to scam me and commit white collar fraud, and then turn around and take advantage of my entire life and think that they're going to use like this local yokel corruption BS to overtake my international operation. And I was like, that's cute. So like I said, I went with it for like 2 years while I was trying to just figure things out with said person, and I don't know, like apparently she deserves worse. So I guess I'll just back off, Nothing else to be said. Just back off and move on to whatever I'm doing. To what I'm doing. It definitely helped me to see, though, is that I love the person, I'd be with the person, but literally because I was already with them and because those commitments were already made. But like on a regular day, I don't think I would have chosen to either ask on a date or to date that person. I just don't think like that I had a clear enough mind when I met the person. I think I was too young, and she took advantage of me. I just didn't understand because I thought, well, I'm the guy, so it's not possible. But it wasn't. Like I said, even as I sit here, call me stupid, but if there was a way to make it work where she could just freaking realize that there's a better way, then I'd be for it. But I'm also a believer in the impossible, because I've had the impossible happen to me. So, and I've done the impossible. So that's why you have to realize I'm being willing to acknowledge those, what I call possibilities, because there are plenty of things that wouldn't be normally considered possibilities that I've thankfully been blessed enough to, or lucky enough to have be reality. So, but beyond that, then, like I said, it's just moving on. And I know you'll hear me every now and again be talking about ladies or this or that, but I mean, literally, like, not only have I not been with a woman since that person, but like, it's pretty hard to even like be around one. Like, it's just after that, like I said, all I was surrounded by after that was dudes, and I had dude friends and like just kind of sticking with my own gender, say it, like just sticking with friendship wise, and then the whole lady thing just became like a distraction for me, because my goals were always like traditional and oriented towards having a family. And now, without that really being on the table, in my opinion, I don't have anything else to focus on but work. And then every now and again, like, a woman will show up that could be, maybe hook up worthy or this or that. But then it's just, like I said, it's just so, all these people I'm meeting are so normal, and like, I'm freaking hardcore. Like, I don't know how else to say it. It's like, I'm out here getting it done, and I'm living in the trenches, and it either freaks them out or it excites them, but at the same time, like, they then expect me to just start doing all this stuff for them, and I'm like, I'm an equalist. Like, I'm waiting for somebody to meet me in the middle. I'm not. If I want to go hang out at the park or something normal, I don't need to go. I'm not gonna go spend $20 or $200 on a dinner. I might not even spend $20 on you. Like, I don't know you, But that's the part that the women mostly don't realize or expect, or are surprised by. Is like, I'm like, these like want like an investment. They want like what I would consider like a 3 months worth investment to hang out one night. And I'm like, first off, that's essentially prostitution. It's not a date. And the second is, if you're not chilling, I'm not chilling, and you seem so high-strung, intense, and paranoid that I can't even, be able to associate or relate to you. So then I just back off and keep doing my own thing. Rod, welcome to broadcast. Mystical, welcome to broadcast. How are you? Oh, man. Finally, I'll tell you, I put a seat on my bicycle. Yo, I did not have a seat on my bicycle for like 35 miles. And I mean, literally, it was the metal frame from the seat. And my butt is so sore. I put that seat on there for like a pillow, and it's like the hardest seat you can get. And I put the seat on there and I sat down and felt like a pillow, because I'd been sitting on the metal for so long. My backpack broke and all that. I'm like, But I had to downsize anyway. You guys know I literally don't do anything but something in my pocket. So I've had a lot of stuff, considering how I usually travel, I've had a lot of stuff on me. So, Mystical, thanks for the follow. David, welcome to the broadcast. You too, welcome on. Okay, thanks for the hearts. Joe Various, welcome to the broadcast. Rajiv, welcome to the broadcast. Lala, welcome to the broadcast. Thanks for the hearts. J-Dog, thanks for the hearts. Sounds like you've been through a lot. I've literally been through so much I could like fill like a dozen lifetimes, and I'm not exing at all. I could like probably write 12 movie scripts for a Lifetime movie, pun intended, and then and it'd be successful as long as we put some good actors. Peter, welcome to broadcast. Yeah, some of the, like I said, some of the decisions that were made were just, there's just mine. Rather than being that empty or shallow, or like, I really can't. Like, I played around and stuff, and like had actual emotion about it, but I have never once tried to use anybody for content, ever. Not a single time have I intentionally Genuinely, I have not intentionally used anybody for content, ever. I don't do that. If there's a secondary, hey, there's content, then it's like literally not even on the agenda. It's not even on my mind. And so to be having people be trying to take advantage of my entire life as like just for the sake of them maybe possibly making $100 a month, like what the hell is wrong with some people? And I definitely I couldn't even imagine those are the people that I like grew up with and stuff, you know what I'm saying? And then there's people saying that they got people that like went to my high school that are telling stories and saying I was like a freak and this and that. I looked these people up, and the people that they're talking about are people that I didn't even talk to in high school, like people that I wasn't even familiar with, and the stories they're telling are like stories that other popular kids made up to try and like make me look bad when I was in high school, and like none of the stories were true. Like no different than like this chick that I knew, that I was real close with. They would make up stories about her because she lived on a farm and call her dirty and say that she like ate mud and stuff, you know, whatever. And she did, you know, she was actually pretty cool. She was actually cleaner than most of the popular kids. But they make fun of her, and they did the same to me. And so now these people coming out and trying to make stories about me are literally just making stuff up. Like, oh, I knew him in high school. I talked to you like one time. Like, I don't know you. You know, like I didn't even find you. Like, I actually found you creepy, and that's why I didn't talk to you. So there's that. But like I said, I just figured I'd vent. Might as well let it all out. Got a lot of traveling to do, so let the stress out now, so I'm not freaking going nuts when I get out there. Olden, welcome to the broadcast. USF, welcome to the broadcast. BN, thanks for the follow. Rory, welcome to the broadcast. Zach Weber, welcome to the broadcast. Deborah, welcome to the broadcast. June, HTJ. Clarona, it was nice talking. Good luck. Stay safe. Alright, thanks. Have a good day. Have a good night. And peace out for now. Avenue, welcome to the broadcast. And thanks to the 212 in the broadcast. I appreciate each and every one of you. Yeah, it's like after what I got put through and how it was like so unexpected, I always like I said, I'm always just like, even I literally talked to the sheriffs today, and then I'm sitting here like waiting to be arrested. But it was so unexpected, you know, like I never expected, but it was just the most opportune moment in the middle of nowhere where they didn't know, and they believed the phone call they got. Like, you know, after years and years of lying to the police, they tried one last time, and that's what happened, you know, and it blew up into this whole big thing for a minute, and then I can't even believe it went as far as it did, and then I let it go this far, and now I'm finally putting on the brakes and saying, okay, look, I'm not actually this wimpy or this weak. I've just been I'm trying to be copacetic and make sure everyone keeps getting along after making a huge mistake in my direction, that I'm assuming they're starting to find out right now as their county loses money. But like, I literally had a sheriff a couple of months ago say to me, he goes, you can't even imagine the amount of money you've made me lose, like that you've caused me to lose. And I looked him dead in the face and I go, I did not cause you to lose any money. You can look at the family of the person that I was close with, and that person, you can look at them for trying to rig the system, reverse engineer everything, and freaking take advantage of everybody and try and scam the country. Literally try and freaking scam the federal government and scam the local municipalities, and like literally think it's funny. Like, it's just, oh, it's whatever. Like, you're freaking psychopaths. Like, you don't do that. You're stealing tax money. Like, that's literally what that is. Like, who's insane enough to steal tax money? So like I said, then they turn around and try and put the attention on me. Well, that's with me not saying anything about it. But if I'm not even having that person in my life, then I don't care. It's not my problem and none of my business. You know, to each his own. And if, like I said, if they're going to take it in that direction, then I'm not going to sit back and, not only am I not going to sit back and do nothing, I'm not going to sit back and do something because it's not my problem. I'm going to keep moving on with my life, and when someone confronts me about the situation, my hands are up. You know, it's really, I'm not going to be standing on the side of people who don't bring anything to my life, who constantly talk bad things on me, and who are also trying to cause my downfall. Like, but that I'm going to defend them? No, I love my enemy. That's what my God teaches me. but I am not going to defend them. There's a difference. I'll defend them to stay alive in hopes that they could get to the heaven that I think I'm going, that I hope I'm going to. But other than that, they're not my problem. I'm sick of making them my problem. I don't have to, and I'm finally not. And I've seen the effects on the rest of my biological family of how many people they stand up for and stick up for. I see how their lives are just in the gutter because they keep sticking up for people that don't deserve to be stuck up for. And I'm not going to be doing that the rest of my life. I'm smart enough to realize that I need to let go and move on and let myself get into a better position. I deserve a better life, and my family does too, but they're not learning. They're refusing to let go of those people. So that's that. And thank you for listening. Harry, why the mask? Oh, just for privacy's sake. I'm in public right now, and I said I haven't done a personal broadcast in a while. I've mostly been doing gaming and travel. So I have my face on screen. I'm trying to be a little more private. Oh, and to any law enforcement watching this, and please spread it around the country. Share it with your friends. Share it with local municipalities. Share it with, just share it around, literally around the whole country, because I'm all over the place. And let them know, like, if you're gonna get up in arms or nervous about a situation, or you think I might have did it, no. Whatever you're being sent, or whatever, to save everybody time and trouble, make sure that if you're actually going to take action, or thinking about taking action, watch the whole video. Go through everything. Because if you don't, you're going to end up making a really ill-advised choice. And, it's, like I said, things have gotten to that point in a good way, where they're finally starting to just, I don't know if you saw on Twitter, I posted that somebody who would they made a false call to the sheriff's office to try and get me incarcerated. And what happened was I ran into the sheriffs, they found me, we had conversation, and now they're actually pursuing restitution from the person who made the false call. Because, like I said, literally, they've done this to me this much and this far throughout the country that they're sick of getting phone calls about me. So they're, instead of incarcerating me, which would be stupid, they're starting to pursue the people that have been making false calls and trying to, cause me problems. And why did things get to this way? This far? Things got this far because I didn't pursue civil action. I never took the time to pursue civil action with the people that were doing that to me, because I didn't care to. Like, I have my own life. I'm focusing on me, and that's how it's supposed to be. That's criminal behavior. It's not. But it's only recently, like of 2020, that it started to become actually, that it started getting categorized as criminal behavior and not just civilly unsound and something you pursue in a civil court. Call me petty. I don't care. How cool would that be to meet up with someone who thinks you're the frickin', you're the bee's knees. They're a fan of you, and you meet them in person. I haven't hooked up. Well, okay, yes, I have. I've hooked up with a few fans. Like, I've never had sex, but like, I've hooked up with a few fans. But those are always the best, honestly. Because they're just like, they want to put you under a notch on their belt. And I've never not had fun. Lady Love says, I agree, meeting in real life is so different. Dating apps are good for hookups. I haven't found that. I found, like, the people that I meet from dating apps are like, this is my honest experience. The people that I meet in dating apps are weird. And not like a good weird. They're just like, even the female, like stuff me in the trunk type. Like, I'm just not about it. But I'm trying. Kelly, welcome to the broadcast. Thank you, everybody who's been in here for at least a half hour. I appreciate you. We got about 45 minutes, and then we're going to do tournaments. Bunquavius, welcome to the broadcast. Blue Bung, welcome to the broadcast. Thanks for the follow. Yeah, like I said, if any other situations arise like that, I'm not going to go about them the way I did before. Like, before I was like super antisocial, try to stay to myself, try to stay out of the way, try to keep things from getting worse, or like whatever. But now it's like, if any of those situations go down, like, bro, I'm all in. Like, I'm making friends, I'm building connects, I'm freaking networking and freaking changing how things are. Like, I will freaking from inside out. So I'd rather start from the beginning and just do things normal this time. Just love your honesty. It's refreshing. Thank you. It's refreshing to be able to just be candid and honest. But I don't have any, that's the other thing, is I feel comfortable asking my fan base. Like, I will straight up ask my fan base for money, and I don't care. because you guys, you provide, you make sure I get fed. But if anybody could send me like an e-gift card for McDonald's, that'd be pretty cool. I get some food. I haven't eaten in like a day. But if not, that's fine too. I'm fine. So I've gone days without food. I am okay. But I'm also, like I said, I'm not in a position where it's like somebody needs to give me charity. Like if it was in person, like I've had where I've gone like 3 days without food, and then I sit down in the restaurant and they could tell that I'm literally half dead, so they just put a whole bunch of food in front of me, and that's always cool. But like I don't live for that, like I don't strive for that standard. But like the middle ground when I start getting hungry is to ask you guys. And then the beginning of it is where, every now and again someone will send me like $100 for Walmart, or like $50 for Target or something, and then it's sitting in the account, and then I could just use it whenever I want to. But like not a bank account, but like a gift card, and I could use it whenever I go by those businesses and just get a little bit of food. But or like I said, I got lucky today where I had like $20 and I needed a bicycle seat, so I got one. Mark Prince, welcome to broadcast. Thanks for the hearts. And with stuff that people give me, like I don't just throw stuff out. Like I like to keep stuff and use it. Blondie, welcome to broadcast. There was a while there where, like, just because of someone's influence, I didn't really keep stuff all that much. Like my longest relationship was my email. Alex, welcome to broadcast. But like when I'm doing me, like I got my bicycle out there, and you best believe I'm gonna be repainting that. I got a brand new seat put on there. I'm gonna repaint it and take care of it, and keep it mechanically sound. So anything you guys give me or anything you help me with, trust that I will be keeping it. Because like this is my new life. I don't have anything to run from. I don't have anything to run towards. I'm just finally relaxing, and I can just have stuff and not be thinking, well, am I about to take this flight and I can't afford this carry-on or any of that kind of thing. And that's all stuff that's going to have to get sorted later, Emmanuel, welcome to the broadcast. There are people trying to scare me into thinking that there was, that I had like warrants out here and here and da. And the reason they were doing that was because the one state is where I could get, I could regain access to my old identity. I found out that even though I relinquished citizenship, if I wanted to, I could still gain access to that identity and use it for business purposes. And then the other state, they have my ID. Well, they're telling me that I got warrants out in this state and this state to try and prevent me from going to get my information. And I'm just like sitting here falling for it like an idiot. And then I look into it and none of it's legit. Because if it were legit, then that would be a coup. Like that would be entirely obvious as corruption and like, going out of their way to keep me on the street. So thankfully, I don't have any warrants or anything. And I could just go and I could get my ID and I could go get the rest of my information. Because like I said, if there was any of that, then it would be obvious. It would be obvious that it's at that point trying to keep me on the street. And the police obviously don't do that. The government doesn't do that, try to keep you on the street. And if I wasn't able to get my stuff and there were warrants out, it would be extremely obvious that that kind of thing were happening. And since that thing's not happening and I don't have any warrants, I could just go get my IDs and be left the hell alone. Emmanuel, and thank God for social media and constant contact and all the good ways of making sure everybody knows what's going on all the time. Emmanuel says, how are you doing today? Hungry and decent. How are you? Emmanuel, thanks for the follow. Rosangel, welcome to the broadcast. How are you? Vintage Barbie, thanks for hearts. Bonquavius, thanks for the hearts. Ghost, welcome to the broadcast. There's this chicken here. It's like super cute. Vintage Barbie says, are you still making your way to California? Yeah, I'm making my way to California. Kathy, thanks for the follow. Yeah, there's this chick at McDonald's right now. It's like super cute. It's not even funny. She's got kids, so maybe there's a dude, but I don't know if there's a dude. She's super cute. And see, coming into this age bracket now too is like women are more into me. Whereas before, when I was literally a kid, so they're like not having it. The only time you see women like that be on the internet. But now, because like before, like a chick would talk to me through Facebook or something. She'd flirt with me through Facebook or something because nobody knew they were flirting. But now I could actually, in real life, display my skill set. You know what I'm saying? So, Thomas, welcome to the broadcast. Miss you, welcome to the broadcast. Yeah, but no, like I said, if random person, call him Voldemort. If Voldemort actually has been with or is with another person, that's psychopath. There's no like, I just know, and might not even believe they might not even believe they are a psychopath, which is even more scary. So I just gonna pretend like it's not even happening. Like I said, I just gotta put all that out of my memory too. I was Kiara, welcome to the broadcast. It's just freaking disturbing. Like the choices I made were in a compartmentalized situation, and I'm being, I got that freaking judgment from people as though it was like, it's everyday life. It wasn't everyday life. You didn't even know what the hell was going on, and it was also COVID. Like, you guys have no freaking idea how much I had to bust out everything I had ever been taught within like a 6-month time frame. Any freaking idea. And then to turn around and treat it like it was just a regular day, and then turn around and pretend like it never even happened and find new people. Like, I'm just fucking, it says straight up sociopathic. Straight up. It's not even worth thinking about. And if it got them forward, it would be one thing, but like it didn't even behoove them or benefit them. Like, they caused themselves further detriment by behaving that way. So whatever. At least I'm moving on to healthier stock. Let's say it that way. If said individual is whatever, like, because they seemed rather intelligent to me. Like, I thought I made a good choice. But I don't know. Gaza, welcome to the broadcast. Rana, welcome to the broadcast. Dal, welcome to the broadcast. Sadiq, welcome to the broadcast. Oh, it's in another cute one. Yes. Guys judge me, but I'm finally coming back into like season of regularity. Like, I'm finally starting to flirt again and like talk to women and just get back to normal. But down south, literally I'd say from South Carolina to here, every single woman I see is freaking gorgeous, dude. All of them. Like, you are adorable. Thank you. Big welcome to broadcast. Hello. How are you? FJP, welcome to broadcast. Yeah, but all the girls are gorgeous. Yes. If I just have one lady take me home, I don't even need a bed to sleep in. Just like, I don't even care if you got a car. It ain't about that. I just want to snuggle. I want to snuggle. I want to cuddle somewhere. I don't care where it is. I need a good cuddle. And I'll tell you, that woman that I told you about, she was in her 40s. And she wrapped up in my arms, her and her kid and her dog wrapped up in my arms. I never felt like more of a man in my life. That was the coolest thing. Because there was this other dude that was like super violent. There was like, he was just like drunk and everything. And she came over by me. She was freaking cuddled up around me. And I was like, I felt like a man for like 5 seconds. It's kind of nice. Felt like my maturity level for 5 seconds, because I got to do something somebody in my maturity level would do for like 5 seconds. Big gives the hearts, thanks for the hearts. LOL, yeah. Cuddles are always good. Like, yes, I'm 39. Cool, nice. Says leg up, yes. Yeah, it was awesome. It was freaking awesome. I was supposed to meet up with them again, but they didn't show. It's like, all right. Like, I literally, gave my word that I would show up, so I did. They never came. All right. But yeah, I really did go through so much with those people that like sometimes it's hard to even remember. Like, they did so much to me that I have trouble remembering the stuff that they did. until like people like I'll just get like a memory trigger or something, and then it hits me. And I don't have PTSD. I don't somehow. Thank God. Knock on wood. But I'll still remember it, and then I'll sit there for I'll sit there and just have to process through it. That's usually all I need is one time, just to process through the information and then move on. When I realize, how it really was and how bad it really was, and I'm like, oh, that was rough. And then move on. Your stuff is crazy in Florida. You okay? You're crazy? What are you talking about? No. Everything's cool here. Yeah, the people are cool. I don't know why. What do they say is going on in Florida? I've biked like 100 miles in Florida so far, and there hasn't been any drama or turmoil or anything. And I've been in the city too. I didn't even know there's anything that they're saying there's anything crazy going on. Yo, Katrina, you should hit me up. I know I'm going to grow a little courage. I'm not being cocky. You're saying you're really cute. You should hit me up. I hope you hit me up. Maybe Instagram. Oh, she ran away. See, this is why I don't say anything. Because they run away. I swear to you, like, women will stand feet away and stare at me and they just want to go. You know what I'm saying? And then, but then if I like approach them or something, they get so nervous and they'll be like, no, I no. I'll be like, oh, okay. No, I wasn't looking at you. Oh, sorry. So I don't even approach them anymore. Anyway. I heard they demand papers when trying to cross state borders. I saw in California that they were stopping people, making sure they didn't have any live organisms when coming in and out of the state, which I thought was really weird. But papers when trying to cross the state borders, I did not see that, and I did not experience that. So I don't know. Where did you hear that from? And like, where would they be doing that? Because we didn't deal with any of that at all. MD, welcome to the broadcast. Katrina says, I'm married to Sprinks. Sprinks is a man? Or, wait, that's an assumption. Is Sprinks a woman? And if either way, that's cool. I did not know that, or I wouldn't have flirted with you for how long already? Could have told me that a while ago. I apologize. Mia, welcome to the broadcast. Thanks for the hearts. Y'all doing too much. Welcome to the broadcast. Abramowski, welcome to the broadcast. Albert. Oh, guys, please snare. Drums. Do me a favor and share this on your Snapchat story. That would be very cool. Thank you. Snapchat is our main platform. It says they are trying to catch undocumented workers fleeing the state due to new laws. Really now? That's interesting. Nair, welcome to the broadcast. Oh, I'm a natural-born, red-blooded American, and I love the state of Florida. I may not necessarily have, people call like, we need to protect everybody. I'm like, look, bro, literally, oh man, I'll tell you what, when someone who puts food in their belly 3 times a day, or has at least the money to put food in their belly every day, to have the audacity to tell me what to say and what not to say, disappear, like I had to, like I did, and then freaking be telling me, that sucks. You get deported, that sucks. I'm hungry. I don't freaking eat. There's another thing. Undocumented work. You try to get undocumented work? No. All the foreigners get the undocumented work. You go as an American to go get undocumented work, they assume you're a criminal. Isn't that ironic? I'm not kidding at all. I'm not prejudiced. I'm simply not liking not eating and realizing that there are a lot of people in this country that if they weren't here, I would have a lot of money right now, not later. So, too bad. So sad. I am socially liberal. I am also highly competitive when it comes to the American market. I said, yeah. Lilo says, be safe. They also have outlawed the word gay. So do not ever say you are gay there. You gotta be. You're messing with me. You're picking up. You're making this. I'm asking. Give me a second. I'm freaking asking this question. I don't believe you. Okay. You're telling the truth. I didn't think you were lying, but I was just like kind of blown away by it. Board of work of the broadcast. Board of work for the broadcast. Lilo goes, not joking, Google it. DeSantis has outlawed gay. Google it. Yeah, I looked. Yo, DeSantis is hardcore. Like, he's freaking, he ain't playing at all. He reminds me of some of the old school guys from back home. Like, for real. Like, old school Italians from back home. She goes, wow, seriously? Yeah. Yeah, he's making the state a hometown. He's going ham. But yeah, like maybe I will stay here. I fit in. I mean, it's a shame with some of the stuff, but like I said, some of the stuff is pretty heavy, but some other decisions he's making are, I think, are good ones. Lilo says, so delete Grindr if you have it on your phone. I'm straight. Why does everybody think I'm gay? What is it with everybody thinking that I'm either gay or bi? I am straight. And no, I'm not gay for pay either. That situation is where, yes, gay dudes like to send me money, and then they hope that I'm going to do stuff, but I tell them right from the beginning, like, I'm not into it. And they're like, well, I still don't want to spoil you or feed you. I'm like, all right, cool. Now, since I got with that lady, it's like been different. They got like real jealous. So like nobody helps me anymore, but for the most part. But you know, it is what it is. Liv says, what good decisions has he made? There's just a lot of stuff that he's done that I'm not going to talk about that hasn't been publicized, I guess, on purpose. They've only just talked about like the super unique stuff that he's going for. But there's a lot of things he's done to help stimulate the economy, for like local businesses and stuff. But like I said, nowadays most people don't care about local business, so that's why most people don't even know. Mel, welcome to the broadcast. Heather goes, I love Katrina. Cool. It says DeSantis is oh, come on. I'm literally in the state. Can we not? We talk about a great way to get me screwed over. Try and ruin a relationship with somebody that I've already gotten on the good side of. I'd rather not. Alright, we're currently at 2:21. Thank you for being here. Sophia, lady love. Armin, welcome to the broadcast. I can't believe that I straight up put St. Augustine, Florida, like I put the exact location in the broadcast. Ain't nobody show up. I figured there'd be at least one person come through the door and be like, hey. Like, people were doing it all before when I didn't have my location on. Now I have my location on, nobody's showing up. Mario, welcome to the broadcast. Heather says, I can't lip read with your mask on. Sorry, you gotta turn your volume on. Lady Love goes, okay, be safe. Thank you. Jay says, love is love. I haven't heard that in a while. Love is love. I haven't heard that in a while, though. I'm glad you said that. There's 20 minutes until tournaments start on Call of Duty, so do me a favor, hit me up in the messages if there's anybody you could send me a McDonald's gift card. That would be awesome, because I do have to eat. I'm hoping to get to eat something today. If not, it's totally fine. But I will be gaming on Call of Duty, and if I don't eat, my adrenaline's going to hit, and I'm going to be going ham. You guys are going to see some serious scoring. But I would much rather eat than win in the game. Mokhtar, welcome to the broadcast. Because mostly, like I said, it's just getting word out about the gaming right now, as opposed to winning the tournaments. but hit me up. And like I said, don't forget to message me. Instagram is right there. You're welcome to add me on there. I've been following more people as you guys are following me. So, whatever. I mean, for me, it's messages. Like, just hit me up. Like I said, if you're someone that enjoys the broadcast and you actually want to see more broadcasts, send me a message. Like, people keep going on Telling Me, and they'll message me on Telling Me through Telling Me to post and say, hey, why aren't you live? I miss you, blah, blah, blah. And thank you, that's awesome, but like, I don't know who's saying that, and I get that you guys are like trying to stay anonymous, or maybe you're embarrassed, but I would like to know, because then when I see you in broadcast, I can be more excited to see you, and then I'm more likely to broadcast more, because I'm going to come looking for you online. Like I said, and that's another thing is, do not be mistaken, I am not a bounty hunter. I am not a bounty hunter. Sometimes I will help bounty hunters, but I am not a bounty hunter. Masara, welcome to the broadcast. All right, peace for now. Thank you for sticking around, and I will see you rather soon. Love you. Bye. Catnip, thank you for the beans. Thanks for hanging out. And thanks for being interactive. Lady Love, Jay, Chocolate, Night Shifter, Big, Ashley, Perry, Bryn, Heather, Tank. Appreciate y'all. See you soon.